Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best TVs.
Starting at number 5.
LG M3 Wireless OLED. The LG M3 Wireless OLED has arrived to solve a problem that a lot of home theaters struggle with, having too many wires to run. When it comes to power cables, we'll always be reliant on a lead and power brick, at least for the foreseeable future. But as far as AV connections go, HDMI and digital optical, this is where TVs like the LG M3 are starting to change the game. In terms of picture quality, the M3 is pretty much toe-to-toe with the amazing LG G3, our favorite OLED this year. But the true calling card feature is the M3's ability to wirelessly receive picture and sound from a broadcasting unit called the Zero Connect box. The Zero Connect includes 3 HDMI ports that can push 4K at up to 120 Hz, and the second port is eARC/ARC compatible, digital optical Ethernet, 2 USB-A, and an output for an IR blaster. And as long as the transmitting device is in range of the M3 TV's receiver, you'll be able to enjoy wireless audio and video. Do keep in mind that if you're planning on using a soundbar, you'll want to have the Zero Connect located fairly close to the TV. Otherwise, you probably won't have enough cord length to place the soundbar under the M3. As mentioned, the picture quality on this model is right on par with the LG G3, and when we tested the M3 ourselves, we experienced zero troubles with latency or any kind of compression or pixelation. This is definitely the kind of next-gen TV that leans on one awesome feature more than any other. And at $5,000 we do wish the Zero Connect box was a little smaller and completely reliable in the signal range department. But if you told us a year ago that we'd have the ability to go wireless with our HDMI gear, and the picture and sound would be just as good as running physical cables, we'd scoff and laugh. But the LG M3 Wireless OLED has proved us wrong.
Coming at number 4.
Samsung S95C OLED. The 2024 Samsung S95D OLED has finally landed, and as you can see, it's a keeper as it's on our list above. But make no mistake, the S95C is still a banger of a TV, and with the new model out now it can be had for a deal, currently going for $1,300 off the MSRP. But let's get into the specs. The S95C is excellently bright, has a sleek design, and premium features that are still hard to beat. In fact, Denison called the S95C the best TV Samsung has ever made. Although it doesn't come with a wall mount, the all-metal stand mount is sturdy, stable, and leaves enough space for a soundbar underneath, but more importantly, it cradles the S95C's One Connect box that was once only found with Samsung's 8K QLED TVs. The One Connect box is a rather ingenious solution for messy and awkward cables at the back of your TV, as it puts all those connections in a separate sleek box that connects to the TV with one cable. As you might expect, picture quality is off the charts. Starting with brightness, peaking at 1600 nits in our own tests. And that's bananas. True to QLED and QD-OLED panels, this TV will be more than fine in any bright room you want to put it in. Color brightness is also very good and accurate on this TV, with 100% of P3 color space, and 75% of BT.2020, and Denison praised it for having a super vivid vibe that, when combined with OLED's perfect blacks, is simply unmatched by any other TV technology. However, there is that matter of Samsung still not supporting Dolby Vision, the dynamic HDR format that's supported by several streaming services. If that's a deal breaker for you, and it shouldn't be, then scroll back up to the LG G3. Gamers will be delighted by the S95C's game mode that supports fast gaming at up to 120 Hz, and because it's a Samsung, gamers can also tap into Samsung Gaming Hub for cloud gaming without the console. One of the other differentiators between the S95C and its closest competitor from last year, the LG G3, is Samsung's array of 8 base transducers on the back of the TV, which, Denison reports, don't really add much to the native sound of the set, and you'd still be better off getting a soundbar. Speaking of sound, the S95C does support Dolby Atmos sound, as well as pass-through via eARC, but not DTS pass-through, sadly.
At number 3.
Samsung S95D OLED TV. We finally got our hands on Samsung's flagship OLED for 2024, the S95D, an excellently bright and color-accurate QD-OLED TV that has caused a bit of a stir with its new anti-glare coating. The Samsung S95D boasts impressive brightness, especially for an OLED. Normally OLED TVs struggle in sunny rooms, but the S95D holds its own, making it a great choice for spaces with a lot of natural light. While it's not quite as bright as the LG G4, it still gets plenty bright for most users. Let's talk picture quality. Blacks are deep and inky, and the TV supports HDR10 Plus and HLG, but not Dolby Vision, creating a stunning contrast that makes movies and shows pop colors are vibrant and accurate, and there's even a booster setting that, even though it throws things a tad off from true color accuracy, makes things extra punchy for those who like that sort of thing. But the S95D's marquee feature that has been dividing TV enthusiasts is its special anti-glare coating that's new to the TV this year. We first saw it demoed at CES earlier this year, and it's cool tech that does a great job at drastically reducing glare, especially in bright rooms. However, it can ever so slightly reduce the picture's luster compared to traditional OLED TVs. In a completely dark room, you probably wouldn't notice the difference, but with some light in the room, a keen eye might pick up on it. The Samsung S95D also surprised us a bit with how good it sounds. Usually, TVs have pretty weak built-in speakers. The S95D's has rear-firing speakers and 8 bass transducers that deliver decent low-end rumble. It won't replace a dedicated soundbar, but for casual viewing, it gets the job done. Especially if you plan on mounting this TV on the wall, where the speaker design performs best. The Samsung S95D is a strong contender for the title of Best OLED TV, but we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention that it features Samsung's One Connect box that keeps your cables at bay. One of our only gripes is that it runs Samsung's Tizen operating system, which can be easily remedied by connecting your favorite streaming device instead. If you prioritize absolute picture perfection in a dark room over reflection control, you might want to consider other options. But for most viewers, the S95D is a winner.
Number 2 of my list.
LG G4 Evo OLED. We're not easily impressed by just any TV. We expect the latest and greatest models to not only floor us with picture and sound, but also surprise us with features and capabilities that wouldn't be possible in months and years past. Last year, we were totally gung-ho about the amazing LG G3 OLED, a marvel of self-emissive picture that you can still buy, and you should, as they're likely to go on sale now that the 2024s are here. For now, though, it's the LG G4's time to shine. And shine it does. In our LG G4 video review, post coming soon, Dennison not only says that the LG G4 has the best picture quality I've ever tested in a TV, but that it's the brightest TV we've tested to date. This is some high praise, but he does add that getting it there takes a little bit of work in the picture settings. In the end, it has some excellent versatility. It can be the brightest it can be if you're going to use it in a bright room, or it can be dialed down if your viewing setting is a man cave or light-controlled home theater room, for example. The choice is yours. There's been plenty of fanfare about Samsung and Sony's forays into QD-OLED tech, which has enjoyed the reputation of being brighter than OLED. We're big fans of QLED and QD-OLED panels, but now LG is forcing its two fiercest competitors to take heed. We're also pleased to see LG's latest chip, the A11 AI processor, put to the test. The speedy new tech brings improved processing speed, unparalleled picture upscaling, lag-free streaming, and brilliant audio performance to LG's flagship lineup. The LG G4 also supports Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, Filmmaker mode, and includes 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs and LG's all-new WebOS 24 for all things smart TV.
And number 1.
Sony A95L QD-OLED. Our current top pick remains the Sony A95L QD-OLED. When it came out last year, Dennison called it the best TV he's ever reviewed, so you know you're in for some seriously good picture, sound, and other features. And yeah, Sony's 2023 flagship is still a killer TV that just so happens to be equipped with cutting-edge QD-OLED display tech. For those unaware, QD-OLED stands for Quantum Dot Organic Light Emitting Diode. What we've got here is an OLED backbone, complete with a screen that contains self-emissive pixels. But on top of that, there's also a layer of quantum dots built into the A95L, which does wonders for overall color and peak brightness levels, not to mention the supremely wide color gamut you'll get to experience. Those are just the fundamentals though, with Sony giving us plenty more to love about this phenomenal TV. It's not too often we get to rave about a TV's audio system, but we couldn't believe the type of sound quality the A95L is capable of. With powerful representation in the treble, mid-range, and bass sectors, you'd think you were using a great soundbar or surround sound light, but nope, it's all in the TV speakers, friends. Picture-wise, the list of terrific things to say is nearly endless, but highlights include some of the best color purity and saturation levels we've ever seen on a TV, or at least one with these max nit figures. The A95L also delivers some tremendous 4K upscaling, which not only brings lower-res content closer to Ultra HD quality, but also reduces picture noise and other on-screen artifacts to give you final frames that look clean and sharp. The A95L is also a fantastic TV for modern gaming, especially for those of us who own a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X/S. Price-wise, this is going to be one of the most expensive picks on our list, but we really can't praise the Sony A95L enough. And if you're on the lookout for a super great deal on one of last year's flagship sets, now is the time to track down a Sony A95K.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.